first derivative and you subtract it, it would go down to 0.
Yeah, that's why I prefer the n plus 1. Yeah, because it wouldn't work on the original. It would work for all the rest, I guess. So yeah, n plus 1's better. Yep, definitely. Okay, yes, very nice comment there. Well done.
You got this one.
Steve Bryson delivers again. Okay, so that's that one. So it takes, it takes a little while. I mean, that's going to take you, 5 minutes or so, but that's okay. We have some shorter ones on this page too to balance this out. And that is good practice in taking derivatives, looking for patterns. I mean, you've got all kinds of math covered in that problem, kid. Just practicing that problem will raise your IQ. All right. Now let's go on to the last section, the weight section. For the first time ever. All right. We have triples of height 2. And you remember what height 2 means? That is your C minus B, hypotenuse minus the longest leg, basically, is what that is, right? Okay. And remember, that's how we grouped them. That was the breakthrough, right? To make them all work.
At Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes, at Thanksgiving dinner, that's correct. When I got in trouble with my mom because I was writing on a pad of paper by that. And saying, I don't know what you're talking about, Mom.
What'd your wife say?
Well, that was before I was married.
Yeah, we didn't get married the first year.
She was saying, yeah, I figured so. Okay, all right, now we have this. Those are all the triples of height 2, and we have to write an explicit formula for just the A and the B terms here. Okay, explicit formula. So we need to look for some patterns. And remember that the explicit formula is just like finding the what?
The,
Finding the nth term. It's the same thing. Find the nth term. Give me the master formula, all right? Here's where we start. Let's start with the A column, all right? The A column is, now let's think about this. Step 1 is 6, step 2 is 8, step 3 is 10, and remember it's just like the nth term. All we're trying to do is try to wave our magic wand and get the step number, which is n, to change into the number that you want. Now, first thing to look for a what? Common factor. These do have a common factor. It is 2. So 2 times 3, 2 times 4. Oh, this is nice. 2 times 5. Look at this. This is going to be an easy pattern right here. Easy cake. If the gaps are evenly spaced, you're in business. All right? So, what is consistent here? What is constant, shall we say? 2 is constant. Okay? So it is a constant. This column varies, so it will be a variable. Right? I have to wave my magic wand and make a 1 turn into a 3, a 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 4 to 6. Oh, that's easy. N plus 2. Okay, so your master formula for all those A terms is simply 2 times n plus 2. And you may also write 2n plus 4 is fine. It's probably prefer to leave it factored, but that's fine too. And that will crank out all those 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, all those people that couldn't find the 4,000 meters. Now the B term. B term's always the harder one. Okay, I'm going to wave my magic wand, and abracadabra. 2 becomes 15, 3 becomes 24, 4 becomes 35. What in the world?
7 plus 1. Yes.
5 becomes 48. Good night. Okay. First things first. Okay. Try to look for a what again? Common factor. And a lot of times the B terms will have a common factor. Okay. These don't have a common factor. Not at all. That one has 3 and 5, and then 1 in itself. Okay. Well, it doesn't help us there. So no common factor. Okay. Skip to the next step. The next step, remember. Okay. So we have a common factor. Do you remember the next step? Factor out n. Because a lot of times it's simply that the n goes into that number evenly. Okay? 1 does go into 8. That's good. 2.
7.5.
2 doesn't really evenly go into 15, does it? Okay. Well, we're stuck, so that won't work. Sometimes that'll work. Okay? That doesn't work. Here's your last ditch effort right here. If those 2 don't work, which is kind of rare, you can just simply factor the number into 2 parts. Okay? So factor the number. All right. Let's see. 8. Okay, the only thing 8 could be, if it were 2 numbers, would be 2 times 4. Right? That's all I can do. There's only one thing that 15 can be. 3 times 5.
Oh.
Now, if you want to skip 24 for now, because a lot of things multiply to be 24, maybe you don't see the pattern yet, but 35, there's only one choice for 35.
Or 7.
5 times 7, sure. Okay, now go back and look, you know what?
4 times 6.
4 times 6 and?
17.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, one of those three are gonna work. Every time you do the triples, one of those three are gonna work. Unless I give you height 288, which is where things go haywire, but that's the other part of the weight table. So, I'll give you one that works, all right?
Did computer generate this, or did you do?
Well, I did it first, then I put it into a computer, then it generated it. Right? But I had to write the program, yeah. Okay, so there's your pattern. Now, how do you describe 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5? That's n plus 1. And how do we get from 5 to 8, 4 to 7, 3 to 6, 2 to 5? That's n plus 3. So the winning answer is n plus 1 times n plus 3. You may also write n squared plus 4n plus 3 by FOIL. Now, who would have guessed it was n squared plus 4n plus 3? You wouldn't have guessed that. But if you factor it, you can see it. See, you can tell the factor n plus 1 and plus 3. Okay? All right, so that's why it's good to factor this. So that's how you do that. Very nice. Sophisticated patterns. Okay, now let's try the next one. Write an explicit formula again, but this is going to be for the height force. So I'll give you a column, and then I'll say, all right, look at this column and use the 3 hints that I gave you on trying to crack this code and see if you can do it. All right, so 12, 16, 20. Oh, that's right, we are on pepper. I got
4.5 minutes.
4.5 minutes? Oh, gosh.
Hurry.
I mean, oh, no problem.
What?
No problem at all. Okay, so we got these. All right, so let's start with this one. Let's start with the 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. What's the common factor? Looks like 4 goes into every one of those. Okay, so let's do the A's first. 4 times 3, 4 times 4, 4 times 5. Oh, that's a cinch. Look at that. Even spacing, good news, right?
Is it always going to be the height that goes into it? Because it's been that way for the last 2.
That is actually true. Yeah, that's true for like all of them. So yes, very good. Very nice. You can do that too. Sharp. Very clever. Okay, so constant 4 varying. Okay, let's say step 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 to 7, 4 to 6, 3 to 5, and plus 2. 4 times n plus 2. Put on a sub n. I guess I would put that on for you.
No.
Oh, not this one. Oops.
Damn.
Yeah. Put that on, and you got it. Okay.
It's trying to get us minus.
Now the B's. This 4 is kind of a weird sequence here. We've got 16, 30, 48, 70, 96. Any common term here?
Three?
Any,
I mean, never mind. I don't know.
some of them, and then some of them go haywire. Well,
Yeah.
okay. That's all right. Just start guessing and checking.
2.
Best way to do it. 2? Probably only 2, because 4 doesn't even go into this one.
Winner.
So let's at least take out a 2. That'll help us. All right. So that's 2 times 8. That's 2 times 15. What's half of 48? 24. What's half of 70? 35. What's half of 96? 48. Okay, so at least take out a common factor. That helps. But there's no pattern. This is a tricky one.
Those are the same numbers in the last
Yeah,
one.
that's the one.
You know what? It is, isn't it? Yes, indeed. There is a pattern within this pattern. They are related, actually, in Wade World. All right? So here's the deal. If they're evenly spaced, remember, very easy. You got it. If they're not evenly spaced, though, these are not evenly spaced. Okay? The best thing to do is start again from square one. Factor out a common number. Well, you can't. Factor out n. 2 doesn't even go into 15. You can't. Do the product of 2 numbers. It's going to be one of those 3 every time. Isn't 8 actually 2 times 4? And 15 is 3 times 5. There it is. Aha. Okay, so it's got to be one of those 3 cases for all the triples, except for the really weird ones we will do. Not going to go that far. Okay, so what you get for your b sub n term is what's constant? 2. Okay, this column would be, that's your n plus 1, and the last column would be n plus 3. Okay. All right, and finally, we have weight trinomials. Okay, same stuff. Oh, I should have kept that on the board. Okay, So, for this one, we have to write out the first three weight trinomials of height. Oh, wait a second. I'll just go with it. Let's put height 2 down. We did height 4 in class already. They're the exact same one. Well, okay, I was gonna put height 2.
Well, then we already have this answer.
You already have the answers. But let me brief you, rebrief you, okay? Remember, here's what you have to do. First of all, find the area of this triangle, which is 1/2 times, what's the base and height?
12 and 16.
Those are the base and height, that's the hypotenuse, so 12, 16. Okay. Half of 16 is 8 times 12 is 96, right? Okay, so find the area first. Then it's going to be x squared plus or minus what goes here. That is the hypotenuse of the Pythagorean triangle. And 96 goes at the end. Okay? And write this down in your notes. It's hypotenuse and area. And sure enough, no matter how you do the pluses and minuses, that is factorable without quadratic formula always. And then just do 3 catchphrase.
Should 3 of those for the first 3, like the 16, 30, 34?
Just do the first 3. Yeah, just like we did in class. So the same 3 we've got in the notes, it's just those 3 right there. Okay? We're in overtime now.
See you in a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what? What can you do? Is that gonna be just on the board?
Homework, so still on.
I don't cut it.
That's right, you're gonna keep it on you. Wait, not.